Hello everyone, it's Antonio with Royal LePage. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Today we're talking about the importance of having a good home inspector. And today I invited Jamil at G1000 Home Inspections to answer some of my questions that I have, including a lot of clients have been asking me about. Jamil, the first question I have for you is, why is it important to have a home inspector? Pretty straightforward.
Well, it's very important because you're doing a very important buy. It's probably the most important investment you're going to do. And also you're probably under lots of stress. And by having a professional home inspector came to give you a best advice and give you a snapshot of the day, I think it's the best things you could do to make sure you're not buying into something you don't want to spend in the future. So if it's a good home for you or not, that's the main reason why you should have a home inspector.
And of course it is their biggest investment that they have, so they have to know if they're getting into a house that's good or they're going to be spending more money than what they bought it for. That's a very good answer. Now the second question I have for you, Jamil, is pretty straightforward. What are the steps, the whole process when performing a home inspector on a home inspection on a home? Sorry.
Well, home inspections always start from the outside. We're looking at roof, if there's any penetration, if it's in good shape. Then we're walking around looking at grading, and if the grading sloping away or towards the house. And also we're looking at structure, if there's any crack on foundation. Then also we walk back inside the house. I like to start from the inside. I go right into the basement. Straight to the basement, we'll look at structure. If there's any crack from we saw on the outside, if it's water coming in, water penetration. We're looking at all the major component like the furnace and all the electrical, the plumbing, if the heating system is working. And through the process, we educate the customer to future maintenance and also how to maintain the home to the process. Then after we go and we finish the inspection inside the attic, make sure that there's no problem in the water penetration, there's enough insulation, and if all the ductwork are connected properly. That's basically the process of a home inspection.
That takes a long time. It takes like 2-3 hours to do a home inspection.
A good inspection, at least 3 hours.
That's why it's very important to have a good home inspector. And the final question that all of my clients are asking me, now there's a lot of good home inspectors qualified and some that are not really good and shouldn't be in the business. Yeah. So how does a client narrow down the process? What do they have to do when they're hiring a professional home inspector?
Well, even if you refer me, a customer, the customer should always call. First and must, they have to call the home inspector. Even if they trust you, Antonio, they should definitely call me and ask those very important questions. First, what's your background? What's the background? Or do you have enough information? Are you good in construction? Did you do construction back in the days? Or do you have on speed dial somebody, if you have a waterproofing problem, could you call them and make sure it's okay? If you have a structure problem, do you know somebody about it? That's always a very important question. And also, are you doing that full time, or is just the pass, or or it's very important. So I think those are the most key ones. You definitely have to call the home inspector and make sure it's the right fit for you.
Fantastic. Thanks so much for your time, Jamil. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
There you have it, guys. If there's any questions that you have on any home inspecting process, please give me a call at 416-702-7401. You can reach me also at my office at 905-303-4633. Thank you very much for your time, and I'll see you guys shortly. Ciao.